Hello everyone, this is Sean Broccoli, and in today's video we're going to be doing the Fuka and Desco show for Disgaea 4 Complete Plus. So let's go ahead and get started. For this video, I'm actually going to do things a lot differently. I decided to cut out all the cutscenes. I'm not sure how crazy people are about those, but I just decided to start off with just the stages. So we'll start out with stage 1. There's nothing really special about here. There's just a bunch of printies. About level 90, there's two of the cat enemies, probably war cats, at the back. Just simply send your team out to destroy them. There's a couple chests. They'll mostly just contain your basic items, HL or experience. So it's nothing really special in there, so you can probably just ignore it. So before, well, since this isn't really nothing special, while you watch this, I'll just kind of go over kind of the differences about this. So for the most part, the first couple levels aren't too difficult. The puzzles seem to get a lot harder than in the base game. So there's going to be things that you're going to want to kind of improve of all your characters. Obviously, increasing the items level and increasing your movement and stuff like that is pretty important. If you want to have the character world as soon as possible, so in order to unlock the character world, you need to reincarnate to the point that you've stored 100 levels. So, obviously, the easiest way to do that is to get one character to level 100 and then reincarnate. Obviously, if you do it in smaller batches, it's you'll have to just accumulate up to level 100. But the benefits, the longer you wait to reincarnate, the better the benefits are, because when you reincarnate, you're keeping some of the stats from your previous build. Anyways, the other thing to note is you're going to lose a lot of the story-related characters. So, to start, the main characters from the base game that aren't, kind of relevant to the story are going to be left out. So, you won't have Valvatorez, Fenric, Emizel. You keep Desco. You keep Artina because they're with Fuka during this. I think that's all of them. Yeah. So you're going to need to have some strong generic characters. The levels of this of these characters are going to improve over time, so you're going to want to get stronger. Another way that you can improve your characters is to increase their skills so that they do more damage. Obviously, by doing that, it's going to use more SP as well, so you'll want to kind of find a balance there between the SP use and damage. If you haven't already done so, I do recommend you complete the flashback episode first, because that will get you access to Tyrant Valvatorez, who is completely overpowered in my opinion. And then let's go back to the character world for a minute. One of the things that you'll want to kind of improve there with the character world is your character's movement range. You could do two of those max. Jumping power is always useful. You can do up to 25. Unfortunately, you only go up one at a time, so you'd have to do that 25 times. Not really. It's kind of up to you. It's a little bit of a grind to do that. It's not really exactly worth the time. But obviously, if you can jump, the higher you can jump, the easier things will be. Especially during this episode or this trial. I guess instead of going by episodes, they go by trial. So this is trial 1. You can also improve your throwing range which is useful for the Dimension X levels. I'm not really going to go over those, but you need to have max throw for your for one of your characters to complete one of the levels there. So as you've been seeing, this level, nothing too special. You just walk up to the enemies, kill them. Unfortunately, you can't lift, so it's not as easy as picking up the Prinny and throwing it and blowing up the rest of the Prinnies. Kind of wish it was, but unfortunately not. So we're going to move on to stage 2. The first thing you're going to notice is that there's 2 legendary chests to the upper right corner. Go ahead and grab those when you have time. Those will always contain legendary items if they're in the legendary chest. The benefit with those is those are items that you're going to be able to get to the max level, which is level 300, and those will be incredibly powerful. They'll be a lot powerful than higher ranked items that are just I guess level 30. If you can get them to level 35, let's say, even lower ranked items at level 300 will be a lot stronger than that. There's also 2 more chests up the stairs to the left, so don't forget to grab those as well. So for this map, you're going to see there's going to be 4 Nekamatas on each of the stairs going up to the second level. You should be able to easily dispatch those with some large range attacks, like Yogg Sloth from Desco and Demon Emperor for Valvatore or Tyrant Valvatores. Like I've mentioned before, you do want to have Tyrant Valvatores just because he's severely overpowered. He'll make things a lot easier for you going through all these levels, especially when they get tougher. Once you've dealt with those Nekamatas, you can head up the stairs. There's going to be some masked heroes, and they're going to magic change with the War Cats. They shouldn't pose too much of a threat either. Obviously, they'll be gun users if they're since they're actually War Cats. They're fists, so they'll be using fist attacks, not guns. The regular Saber Cats are guns. The War Cats, though, are fists, so you'll have to just watch out for that. But your character should be equipped to take them out. There's going to be some bodyguards as well up on the higher level. They will likely magic change as well with some War Cats. They don't always. Some will kind of just do their own thing. This level itself shouldn't be too difficult. You just have to keep your guys together and clear out the enemies as a group. The one thing you do want to watch out for are the War Cats, though. They have an attack called Death Wing, which is very dangerous. I've noticed that it can do a lot of damage, if not outright kill some of your characters. So for the most part, the enemies will come to you. You don't really have to move too much. Some of them might stick back and make you come to them. But most of them should come towards you. Other than that, I don't really think there's much to go over for this level. So we'll just move on to the next stage once the video finishes. Alright, stage 3 is going to be a little more difficult than the previous ones. So you're going to start off in the middle of the map with some war cats and mages on each side. So you'll just want to kind of try and take out all the enemies there in one turn. Take advantage of the mage's weaknesses if you can. If you have any characters that have ice or water attacks, take advantage of those. The ones I kind of don't really take advantage of those, but my team is equipped enough to take them out the way that they are, so everything works out. What you're going to notice is once you do take out the enemies there's going to be some geo panels on the steps there, and those are ally move damage panels. So every time that you move on one of those panels, your character will take damage. So what you can do is just say screw it, walk up the stairs and just take damage and deal with it. Or if you want, you can avoid the damage altogether. And what you do is you line up your team at the stairs. Do not go on the steps. Just go in front. Some of the enemies up top will fuse together. And they will head down the stairs. So you can take advantage of that and fight them. Once you've cleared them out, some of them will probably stay up there, so you'll have to be wary of that. But once you've cleared out as much as that's coming down to you, you'll want to wait for a fresh turn to do this. But you'll be able to pick up characters and you can throw them. As long as you throw them at least to the upper panel, the top, you should be fine. Because it won't take damage for landing on a panel or for walking off of the panel. It will just take damage for walking onto one of the panels. So if you throw over, that will get a character over, and then you'll have to make sure that it's obviously a strong character and that they can clear out whatever enemies are still remaining there. There's probably going to be a witch and a mage on each side, like you saw below. There is likely also going to be a fused war cat. Usually there's 3 up there and 2 of them will head down the steps. The third one kind of chills up there, so you'll probably have to fight him off. Obviously, you'll want to kind of see if you could get 2 characters thrown up on each side in the same turn. And then that way you can start focusing on the enemies up there. Now, it's obviously best if you can take out all 3 war cats before heading up there. Unfortunately, it's not always the case because the one will sometimes stick up there, like I mentioned before. So if you do get stuck in the position where the war cat is up there, you'll want to focus on getting that war cat killed first, just because it can do more damage to you than let's say the mages and the witch. The one other thing is, I did not know this at the time, but one of the DLC characters, Stella, she's very powerful, so when you do unlock her after beating the main game, I do recommend you unlock her and power level her up to level 100. She has some pretty strong moves, and a lot of her skills have fire elements, which are useful as well. But her final skill is a large scale attack, which will be very useful to you in the future. So anyways, the mages up top are going to be wind mages, so you'll just want to use, I believe their weakness is fire. So you can take advantage of that. Take them out. On that level as well, there's going to be a green geo block. Obviously, it's the same color as the geo panels there, so that's where you're getting the damage from. If you destroy that geo panel, that will get rid of the, or the geo block, sorry, that'll get rid of the ally move damage. I do believe the block's sitting on a green panel. If it doesn't happen to be sitting on a green panel, then you can just move it onto the green panels. But I'm pretty sure it has to be on a green panel in order for it to transfer to those panels on the steps. So you should be fine to just destroy it where it is, and that will get rid of the status element there. Now, once you've cleared out that second level, you're going to notice pretty much the next steps up to the third level are identical to the previous ones. They're going to be blue, and they're going to have the exact same element to them, or attribute, whatever you want to call it. So it's ally movement. You can just do the exact same thing as before and throw people over. Obviously, it's going to be pretty much the same as before. There's going to be war cats up there that fuse together. There's going to be water/ice mages, so you'll just want to, I believe their weakness is wind. I believe there's also some chests up there, but I think they're only rare chests, so you don't really have to care too much about those unless you want some rare items. The rare is the second tier if you don't already know that. There's your basic black items, then there's the rare items, and then there's the legendary items. I guess the legendary items you can level up more than the basic ones, so it's a good stopgap between like while you're trying to get legendary items, but not overly essential that you level those up or even do anything with them. You could probably get away with just the basic ones until you find some legendary ones to level up. I guess the only challenge with that is that you're going to be facing like level 1000 enemies once you get to the top floors of the legendary items, which will make things kind of difficult. But anyways, that's pretty much all there is to it. Just like the second level, there's going to be a blue geo block as well that's on a blue geo panel, so just destroy that and that'll get rid of the ally move damage element as well, and then you can send all your characters up damage free. Once you kill all the war cats and the mages up there, that's pretty much it for the level. So we'll just let the video complete, and we'll move on to the final stage of Trial 1.
Take this!
So the final stage, I believe it has a level 150 Emizel, and he's on some red panels that not only power him up and recover 20% of the damage he receives, or he recovers 20% of his health each turn. He also has enemy turbo times 3, which makes him quite a pain in the ass to defeat. So I tried many ways to clear this. There was only one way I was able to clear this without a character with huge movement ranges and jumping power. So what you're going to need is you're going to have to build the evil symbol in your campaign that allows for dual throws. What the dual throw does is when you tower, it allows you to select a different character when you're going to throw. You can select any character in the tower to throw, basically. But the dual throw character needs to be at the bottom of the tower. So what I've done here is I built a tower to not only to get me to Emizel in one turn. If you try to move with just the basic speed, you're not going to make it. Now, what you have to do is you have to plan it out so that once you reach where Emizel is, that that a character in that evil symbol with the dual throw will be at that bottom. So as you'll see, I start throwing and I get my tower of people right to the wall. As you can see at the top of or you will see at the top, there's a bunch of geo blocks on the top. This is why we need the dual throw, because right now we don't have the jumping power to get a character up there. So we're going to throw using a character in the tower from the top that's in range to get you on top of the building or the chest, whatever you want to call it. If you try to throw from the bottom, obviously you can't throw up to the top from that level. So that's why you need to throw from a higher level to get up there. And then what you'll want to do is you'll want to head to the sides of the blocks and you'll want to destroy them. So the first one you'll probably want to destroy is the red one, which will get rid of the no entry. Once the no entry is gone, you could go ahead and get rid of the remaining blocks. It actually doesn't matter which one you destroy at this point. All of them should, just destroying one should cause a chain reaction destroying the rest, and it will remove every single geo block element that was on the map before. So if you wanted to, you could actually go and grab the legendary chests that you saw at the beginning of the level. You'll obviously need to tower and throw someone up there unless you have high jumping power, which I'm assuming you don't at this point in the game. Now it should be a lot easier for you to take out Emizel. He doesn't have any of those buffs like before, so you could start sending your characters down, at least the ones that you had up there. You really only need 2 up there to make things easy. Actually, you could probably get away with 1 if you're smart about it. If you use the rune dimension and get what's his name? Tyrant Velvatores in the corner, so you can hit the 2 of the blocks at once. He can hit that red block first to get rid of the no entry, and then he can, and then obviously that'll trigger the next one, which will trigger the rest of them. So you could possibly get away with 1 character up there, but I just sent up 2 to be safe. Then you could start ganging up on Emizel. You'll just want to kind of take into account his special skill. Obviously, he has a wide range of attack. He can take out a ton of people, which you will see him do to me. But just keep at it. He shouldn't be too much of an issue once you've removed the turbo and all the other stuff that he has. You could also check his skills by clicking on him and then just moving through his, I guess his page that pops up. You'll be able to see his skills and his range, so you can kind of move your troops into a formation that he easily can't take advantage of. And that is it for this stage. So I guess that'll be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you do like the content and you want to see more, go ahead and like or subscribe. Thanks again for watching. This is Sean Broccoli. I'll see you guys next time.